Good afternoon and welcome to day number 3 of the 2023 TNT Fireworks Bass Nation Southeastern Regional. Wow. I thought we could do a little better than that. We got a really good crowd today. Welcome to day number 3. That's what I'm talking about. As always, want to give a huge shout out to our host here. It's been a great week. I think we've heard that sentiment from the anglers, from you fans out there. It's been a wonderful week here in Dandridge, Tennessee, Jefferson County. So we want to give our host, Visit Jefferson County, a big shout out today. Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank y'all. And as always, of course, TNT Fireworks, our title sponsor for the Bassmaster Bass Nation series, and all of our wonderful Bassmaster sponsors, Toyota, Progressive, Bass Pro Shops, Dakota Lithium, Humminbird, Mercury, Minn Kota, Nitro Boats, Power Pole, Ranger Boats, Rapala, Skeeter, Yamaha, and our supporting sponsors, AFCO, Daiwa, Garmin, Lew's, Marathon, Triton Boats, and VMC Hooks. And as always, before we bring these anglers up, if we would, please rise, remove your caps as we honor America and all our veterans here and abroad with the playing of the national anthem. All right. For all our viewers watching back home on Bassmaster.com, we want to set the stage a little bit for you. Today, we had the top 26 boats go out onto Douglas Lake with hopes of one boater and one non-boater from each of the 10 states represented here to punch their ticket to the Bass Nation Championship at Lake Hartwell, South Carolina. Not only that, somebody's going to be taking home these nice trophies right here behind me today. First place on the boater side at the Southeastern Regional. I know you guys are ready to see this weigh-in get started, and I know these anglers are ready to get going because I'm sure they're hot and tired, and they've been out here grinding for 5 or 6 days now, getting ready for this moment right here. I need you to get loud for this first angler coming out of the state of Kentucky, Mr. Hootie Smith. Hootie, another day 3. Looks like a good event for you. looking for 6'3" to jump into the hot seat, but I don't know how long it's going to hold out for you.
It won't hold long, trust me.
8 pounds, 13 ounces for Mr. Hootie Smith. All the way up to first place. You want to hold him or talk?
No, I'm good.
Man, a great event. You know, sitting in first right now, but long way in to go.
Yeah, it was a great tournament. Had 3 good days. I didn't fish clean today. I lost a nice big fish, broke one off on a crankbait. But my partner, Matt, he smoked me on a jig today. And I was throwing a little Kitech swim bait. They would not hit that today at all. And he's got a good bag. So I think he's going to be the man to beat on the non-boater side. So I had 2 good partners. And I want to take a shout out to Susie. She's our director at Kentucky. She has been the best. She's always at these things. She goes over everything for all the guys. We call her mommy, you know, so she's the best. And shout out to my wife and my family. Got a new granddaughter, Anya, and I had a great time. It's a great fishery, great place, good time. Beautiful houses, man. Beautiful houses.
Well, thank you, Hootie. Go ahead and load that hot seat. And I did forget a guy. I had to bring up my weighmaster, Mr. Chris Jones, the South Carolina Bass Nation State President. So, man, we sure do appreciate you. Thanks for helping me out today. And now, Hootie done spilled the beans a little bit. He said his non-boater had a really good bag. And this non-boater is from West Virginia, Mr. Matt Summers! So you got a good bag, huh?
I caught a few. We'll see.
Well, you're looking for 1-4 to take over the hot seat. How about 8 pounds and 12 ounces? 8-12 for Matt Summers out of Kentucky. West Virginia. Oh, my bad, guys. Matt Summers. Looking for 4-3 on this big one. 314, a little bit short. Come here and talk for me, Matt. Where you going? You're walking off the stage, man. First off, you're in the hot seat. 3-day total weight, 2111. How are we feeling right now?
I feel pretty good. I'm obviously there's a lot of weight coming behind me, but I feel pretty good about where I'm at. I'm not disappointed with how we did. Had 3 great boaters took me out. Andrew Vito, Chris Moody, and Hootie Smith. I can't say enough good things about those guys. I'd like to thank B.A.S.S of West Virginia for getting us up here. B.A.S.S overall. I'd like to thank my wife for putting up with me and letting me be out here. And we'll see how this shakes out.
Well, man, we sure do appreciate you, Matt. Go ahead and load that hot seat, and we'll see how it shakes out. Again, top non-boater and top boater in each state will punch their ticket to the Bass Nation Championship this October on Lake Hartwell. And both of these guys currently sitting in first place on their state team, and both sitting in first place currently. We'll see how long that'll hold out for them. Coming up next, a boater out of Tennessee, Mr. Mark Pierce. Mark looking for 9-2 to take over the lead. 9-2. 11 pounds and an ounce all the way up to first place. Mark sitting in first on your state team right now. First on the boater side. Long way in to go. But man, any way you shake it, another great event. You're no stranger to this stage. No stranger to BNC as well. And it looks like you're sitting in a pretty good position right now.
Yeah, first off, I wanted to say let's all not forget about everyone that paid the ultimate sacrifice. This is Memorial Day weekend, so definitely don't forget that.
Yeah, let's give a big round of applause to all our veterans and armed service members who have paid the ultimate sacrifice this weekend.
Yeah, this is a great lake. We've come here a few times for our state tournament. We all love to come here because everyone catches fish. It's full of 14-inch bass. I don't know where the big ones are right now, but it's got a lot of fish. I was doing a shad spawn in the morning, throwing a 5/16 ounce swim jig around the willow trees, and they were just choking that thing. And then after that would fizzle off, I'd go out deep, fish 25 40 foot of water and try to, those fish are very stubborn out deep. You get one to bite every now and then.
Well, man, I wish I could go throw a swim jig around some willow trees. Go ahead and load up that hot seat, Mr. Mark. Coming up next, Mark's non-boater out of North Carolina, Mr. J.J. Morse. JJ, you need a big bag to take over the lead, 9-3. Another solid day, 5-8, all the way up into second place for Mr. JJ Morse. Man, second place right now on the non-butter side, a really good event, 3-day total weight, 18-1. And sitting in first place on your state team, we'll see how long that'll hold out for you.
Probably won't. There's some sticks coming behind me. I want to give a shout out to Vicky and Lenny. Hey guys, thank you so very much for being chaperones for the team. And I tell you, we fished these for 3 days. I had 3 of the kindest, nicest gentlemen I could ever want to fish with. So, my boaters, I cannot thank you enough. Thanks.
Thank you, JJ. Good luck, man. Good luck. Coming up next, this Alabama boater, he had a good bag back there in the tanks. Mr. Zeke Gossett. Zeke's looking for 8 pounds and an ounce to take over the lead. 8 pounds and an ounce. 14 pounds and 1 ounce. 14 pounds and an ounce all the way up to first place for Mr. Zeke Gossett. Zeke's 3-day total weight, 40 pounds and 10 ounces. 40 pounds and 10 ounces. Man, Zeke, good to see you. Good to see you. You know, it's no difference. You know, I got to watch you destroy me all through college, and now I get to weigh in on this stage, and it looks like you picked up right where you left off.
Hey, that's right. I had a very blessed week. This is the first time I've ever fished this lake, and I would like to come back soon.
Yes, it's a cool lake, man. It's a cool lake. Anybody want to say hello or thank you to?
Yeah, me and my dad. I want to thank my parents, of course, and all the sponsors that sponsor the state team, and my personal sponsors as well, and my Lord and Savior.
That's the one that's most important, Zeke. Thank you. Go ahead and load up that hot seat. Zeke's dad's going to be coming through this weigh-in stage later, so how cool is that? Father and son, both on this stage, and we got 2 pairs of those that are going to be coming through today. Coming up next, Mr. Dale Robertson, Mississippi non-boater. Dale needs 7:13 to take over the lead. Came in here with 13 pounds and 15 ounces. 412 today, 412. All the way up to second, though. Hey, and you're sitting in first place on your state team. A good week. He's going to get a quick picture with those. Dale Robertson out of Mississippi, second place. On the non-boater side, 3-day total weight, 18 pounds and 11 ounces, man. Great week for you, great week for you. Sitting in first place on your state team. A lot of guys to weigh in, but you got to feel good where you're sitting right now.
Yeah, what a tournament. Just want to give all the glory to God. Gary Little, I want to thank him for 2 days of practice. John Card from Knoxville, Tennessee. John Mayo from North Carolina. And definitely Zeke Gossett. Boy, his parents sure got a fine son right there. We had a day today. My wife, my beautiful wife out there, bought me some Brooks shoes. Beast, my legs was giving me trouble. And she went and bought them shoes. And I'm telling you, it healed me up. But today I got a 10X Tennessee shad crankbait caught in them. And Zeke said, "Oh, Dale, that's trouble right there." But we finally got it out. Had my biggest fish come out the air. My reel flew off my rod. And it was a day today. But I had a good time. This is my first smallmouth that I caught yesterday. And just want to thank John Dale and Cypress for hauling me up here each morning. Cypress's fiance, McKaylee, John Dale's wife, Mahaley, and my beautiful wife, Heather. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Dale. Hey, give him a big round of applause. I think you see just how much this meant to Mr. Dale Robertson. Next up, boater out of the state of Georgia, Mr. Chris Moody. Chris, 24-3 to start the day, looking for 16-8 to take over the lead. He says it's a tall task. 10 pounds, 15 ounces, all the way up to second place for Chris Moody. Chris, second place, 3-day total weight, 35 pounds and 2 ounces. Man, look, standing here on day 3, hey, you gotta be happy with that.
Very excited to be here on day 3. It's always tough to get to where you're in contention to win this tournament and then win the state. There's so many good competition in this tournament. I want to say thanks to Georgia Bass Nation. The guys took really good care of us. I want to say thank you to Peachtree City Bass Anglers and my wife and my 3 kids that are watching, Molly, Tyler, and River.
Awesome, man. Well, we appreciate you. Chris sitting in first place on his state team right now. We'll see if that'll hold out for him to the end of weigh-in. Next up, Richard White. Richard representing the state of Alabama this week. On the non-boater side, 13-1 coming into the day. Looks like Richard's got a pretty good bag. 5 pounds and 4 ounces all the way up to third place on the non-boater side. Man, third place right now, first place on your state team. I know you probably got some hammers coming behind you, but hey, you got to be feeling pretty good where you're sitting. Made day 3, sitting in first place on your state team right now.
Yeah, man, I enjoyed it. I just want to give a shout out to the Alabama Bass Nation for getting us here. Awesome guys. They've been treating us pretty good for the past couple of years. And thank my 3 boaters, man. Without them, I'm telling you, I fished with 2 West Virginia guys and a Georgia guy today. Awesome guys to fish with, and that's the reason I'm here. Caught every one of them on a jig today. So, but yep. Thank you to this wonderful little town. It's a beautiful town, beautiful lake, and I hope we'll come back one day.
I think we'll be back. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Richard. That's 2 non-boaters now just caught them on a jig. That sounds like it might be something to pick up if you're going to hang around here for another day. Next up, Mr. Will Sigmund. Will, West Virginia non-boater. Had 13-13 coming into the day. 5 pounds, 6 ounces all the way up to second place. Second place. Man, you're going to come up a little short this week, it looks like. But, hey, a great event for you.
Yeah, I lost one crucial fish today that I knew that was going to hurt me. But, I was blessed to be here and thankful for the opportunity. And I'd like to thank Bass Nation of West Virginia for getting us here. And thank you guys for, doing what you do. And thank you for the opportunity.
Well, man, I sure hope to see you back again. Thanks, Will. Jacob Lee. Jacob Lee coming out of Virginia on the boater side. Jacob started today with 25-1. 25-1. He kept them alive, looking for 15 pounds and 10 ounces to take over the lead.
Not going to have that at all.
A little bit short. Come on, boys. 11 pounds even, all the way up to second place for Jacob Lee. And with that, Jacob Lee moves into first place on the Virginia State team. 3-day total weight, 36 pounds and an ounce. Come talk, man. Sitting in first place on your state team, right where you need to be right now, but we got a little bit left, but man, you got to be happy with where you're sitting.
Yeah, it's some hammers behind me coming up to weigh in, but good Lord bless us with a good week. Had a couple key fish come off today, but that's fishing. Everybody has it happen to them. But just want to thank my wife. She took care of everything for our child out here this week. I'd like to also thank Sid, Ryan, Steve Woodruff, everybody with Virginia Bass Nation for making this possible for us. So had a great week.
Great week. Well, thank you, Jacob. And we'll see where you're going to shake out in all of this. Next up, out of Tennessee, Bryden Muggleston. Bryden started the day with 13 pounds, 12 ounces, looking for 8 even. 4 pounds, 2 ounces, 4 pounds, 2 ounces, all the way up to sixth place on the non-boater side. Sitting in first place on your state team, though, so right now you're right where you need to be.
It's not going to hold up. There's some big bags coming behind me, but I just want to say, number one, hello to my family and my wife who are watching at home, the club, some of those guys are watching, and then I caught all my fish this week almost on a 86 Doom Rider glide bait, and if you want to look for a good glide bait, 86 baits, he's making really, really good glide baits, and they eat them out here. I think I'm going to move here because Cherokee's awesome and this lake is awesome. So thank you guys for running a good tournament. I had a lot of fun.
Well, thank you, Brian, and I'm sure they'll be happy to have you if you decide to make the move. Coming up next, Dustin Holland, West Virginia, boater. Dustin looking for 14-15 to jump into first. A little bit short today, 9 pounds, 14 ounces, all the way up to third place. Third place for Dustin Holland, West Virginia boater. Dustin Holland, third place overall. 3-day total weight, 35 pounds and 10 ounces. Man, sitting in first on your state team right now as well.
I just want to say hi to my wife and kids back home. Thank Ken Hackworth for all the work he did. Thank the Bass Nation West Virginia members for getting us here, and thanks, Bass.
Well, man, we sure do appreciate it and wish you the best of luck, Dustin. Thank you. Coming up next, this is another guy out of the state of Virginia, Adam Richardson. Adam on the boater side, bringing us another 5 fish limit today. Started the day with 23 pounds and 2 ounces. 8 pounds and 10 ounces, 8 pounds, 10 ounces, 7th place. He's going to hold a couple of those up. 7th place currently. Ended up with 3-day total of 31-12. 31-12 for Adam. You want to talk? Adam, gonna come up a little short this week, but man, hey, made a third day. Obviously a great week for you. Tell us how you got it done.
Man, to tell you the truth, this has been a tough fishery. We had a couple days of practice, didn't find anything good. So just decided to do what I like to do, stay shallow, and got a few lucky topwater bites on the first 2 days and couldn't make it happen today. But had a great time. I'm looking forward to getting home, seeing the wife and the kids. I got 2 boys, 13 and 10-year-old, that qualified for the junior high school national championship in Lake Hartwell in a couple of months. So we'll be seeing y'all down there. Looking forward to it.
That's right. You'll see me. Thank you, Adam. We appreciate you fishing with us and looking forward to see how they're going to do at the Junior Bass Championship down there at Lake Hartwell. Coming up next, North Carolina non-boater Grant Harris. Grant's looking to take over first place on his state team, looking for 5 pounds, 11 ounces, 6 pounds, 15 ounces for Grant Harris. Jumps all the way up into second place overall and jumped into the non-boater lead for the state of North Carolina. Grant's 3-day total weight, 19 pounds and 6 ounces. Man, great week for you, great week. Sitting right where you need to be, right where you need to be. First place, second place overall. Anything you want to say?
I'd like to thank y'all for having a great tournament out here. It was a tough week, but we just grinded and just lucky that I had 3 fish each day, and can't complain nothing about that.
Sure can't. Setting pretty right now, Grant. Thank you. Coming up next on the boater side, out of the state of South Carolina, Gary Pope. £10 and 8 ounces for Mr. Gary Pope, all the way up to 5th place. 5th place for Gary Pope. And he did jump in, held his lead on the South Carolina State team, staying in first. Started the day in first, sitting in first right now, but a few more guys to weigh. Can't complain about where you're sitting though.
No, I like my spot right now. I've already heard they're coming for me, though. The word's already out. I want to thank my wife for supporting me this week especially and all the time. Thank my sponsors, Bunch Marine in Harriman, Tennessee, Strike King, Lew's, Duckett, P-Line, Backyard Tackle, Cabin Creek Lures, Prosser Baits. Thanks to all of them.
Well, thank you, Gary, and we'll see how it works out for you. Sitting in 5th overall, currently in first place on his state team. Next up, Zach Leach. Zach Leach, a North Carolina co-angler. Zach looking for 5 pounds, 14 ounces to jump into the non-boater lead in your state. 8-3 to take over the overall lead. 5 pounds and 10 ounces, 5 pounds and 10 ounces for Zach Leach. Zach's going to hold up another one. I think your dad's going to be walking through here after a while, isn't he?
He is, and I hope he did a lot better than I did today. It was a good week. I caught a bunch of fish. Today I just couldn't get anything real big over 2. All I did was pitch a shaky head around the willow trees, that and a Cinco, and that's what did it for me. But hopefully he pulls it out and pulls through and goes on the Hartwell.
We hope he does. Thank you, Zach. Another one of our father-son teams, Mr. Zach Leach. Coming up next, Chris Boudry out of Kentucky. Chris representing the state of Kentucky. Needs a big bag to take the overall lead, but looking for 9-9 to take over the state lead. 7 pounds and 9 ounces for you, Chris. 7 pounds and 9 ounces, and gonna be a little short this week, but hey, another good week for you, and I know we'll see you on the opens here soon.
Yeah, it's been a long 2 weeks on the road, and looking forward to get home to see my wife and little girl. Just want to say thank you to all my friends and family and sponsors for the support. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this.
All right, Chris. Thank you, man. Appreciate you fishing with us. Next up, South Carolina non-boater James Crook. James whispering that it was a tough day.
Yeah, it's been tough all week.
4 pounds, 7 ounces on those, James. 4 pounds, 7 ounces. Sitting in first on the non-boater side in the state of South Carolina, but a little bit of left to weigh in. We'll see how you hold out.
As we say in South Carolina, this was my first rodeo, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'd like to thank my wife, my fishing partner, Tim Garrison, his wife, for taking care of me this week. And thank Chris. You know, Chris has done a good job.
He sure has, and I sure do appreciate him today. Thank you, Mr. James. Next up, Tristan Garriga out of Mississippi. Tristan on the non-boater side. Starting the day with 11-11, looking for 10-1 to take the lead. 7-1 to take the lead on his state team. $7 even. 7 pounds even for Tristan Garriga. Tristan Garriga, 5th place currently, 18 pounds and 11 ounces. Good week for you, Tristan. Good week for you.
It was good. It was good. Today was pretty tough. I had 4 bites, missed the one I needed, broke it off first thing this morning, and then the other 3 just cooperated, and we didn't get nothing else after that. So,
well, we'll see how it shakes out for you, man. I appreciate it. Who you got with you here today?
my daughter Breland, she was up here yesterday with her grandpa. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Good to see y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. Thank you, Tristan. Next up, Alabama boater Lee Bird.
How you doing?
Lee took off on us yesterday. He thought he was going to go home, but he's back for another day. 2 pounds, 2 ounces on that one, Lee. 2 pounds, 2 ounces. But hey, you got an extra day out of it.
I did get an extra day, and I want to say hello to my family, my wife Emily, Lauren, Elizabeth, and Langdon. Also want to say thanks to all the bass crew. I'm 58. I've been fishing tournaments for 30 years, and you guys have been a lot to my life, so thanks.
Well, man, we appreciate you, Lee. Thank you so much. Safe travels heading home. Next up, South Carolina boater Chuck Howard. Chuck bringing us 5 today.
I let Gary whoop me, though. He left the door open, but he still got me.
8 pounds and 3 ounces for Chuck. 8 pounds and 3 ounces, man. As you said, Gary got you, but a little, a great week. Made the final day, 8th place overall right now. We'll see how far you fall down, but.
Yeah, it was a great week, and I really enjoyed the lake. It's a really good lake. I think, a lot of people complain, but there are a lot of fish in this lake. So if you want to go out and catch some fish, you can do it here. I mean, you can catch 20, 30 a day. It's not hard. They're just kind of small.
Yeah, just, it's challenging to get those 3-pounders, right?
Yeah, what's the big fish up there right now?
Big fish on the boater side, 5'6". 5'6".
Who caught that? Who caught that fish?
Looks like Chuck Howard caught that fish. So Chuck might be, we got a little bit of weigh-in left, but we'll see how it holds out. He might have just got big bass for the tournament. We'll find out here in just a little while. Thank you, Chuck. Next up, Hunter Silverstrom out of Tennessee. Hunter's looking for 5'7" to take over the team lead. 4 pounds, 15 ounces for you, Hunter. 4 pounds, 15 ounces. A little short this week, but man, a great event.
Yeah, had a lot of bites, just didn't get a lot of size. I'd like to say thanks to my mom and dad and Fishing 4-5 for letting me be here today.
Well, man, we sure do appreciate them letting you hang out with us. Hunter Silverstrom. Coming up next, Florida boater Chad Dorland. Chad's bringing us 5 today. Went out in first place on the Florida team. 8 pounds, 10 ounces to go with it. 8 pounds, 10 ounces. We'll see if that'll hold out for you.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with it. And also I want to thank my wife being here. She was a big help, and Rick, our club president. And then one other thing is, you probably call the fastest boat numbers ever in the morning, and it's very organized, and I want you to run every tournament now.
Go ahead and say that again. Go ahead and say that one more time.
Every tournament, you need to be calling boat numbers.
Thank you, Chad. I sure do appreciate it. Next up, North Carolina non-boater Chase Martin. Chase bringing us 3 today. $3 pounds, 13 ounces on those, Chase. Gonna be you wanna hold them? Take it. Here, talk. Gonna be a little short this week, but man, you're sitting in college here on the nation stage, and gotta be a great week for you.
Yeah, it's been a good week. I've enjoyed it a lot.
Well, man, we sure do appreciate you and wish you the best in your college career. Thank you, Chase. Next up, out of West Virginia, Mikey Batten Jr. Mikey's bringing us 5 today. 7 pounds, 13 ounces for Mr. Mikey. Unfortunately, going to be a little short for you this week, but hey, a final day, another great regional. Can't ask for much more.
It's a beautiful lake. I would like to thank my family, wife, little one. I can finally take her on a boat ride now. The tournament's over. She's been wanting to take a boat ride. But Bass Nation, West Virginia, and Bass, you guys run a good tournament.
Well, man, I sure do appreciate it. Thank you, Mikey. Safe travels, and y'all go enjoy that boat ride. Next up, Brad Gandy out of Georgia, non-boater. Georgia non-boater. 3 fish today. 4 pounds, 15 ounces. 4 pounds, 15 ounces on those. Went out today in first, sitting in first still, but a little bit of weigh-in left. Hopefully we'll see how it shakes out for you.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be okay.
First place on his state team. 12th place overall in the non-boater side. Anybody you want to say hello or thank you to?
I just want to tell my wife thank you and thanks for letting me come.
That's the most important one. Thanks, Brad. Thank you. We'll see how it shakes out. Next up, Alabama boater Brad Johnson. 22 pounds to start the day for Brad out of the state of Alabama. £13 and 12 ounces all the way up to third place for Mr. Brad Johnson. Brad's going to get a big bass weight. 5 pounds even on that one. A little bit short, but man, a little short this week, unfortunately. But hey, you're going to come out of here with a check, hopefully. And a little bit of weigh-in left, but sitting in third, got to be feeling pretty good right now.
Oh, yeah, I had a great week. Fished with 3 really good guys, and I really appreciate the opportunity.
Well, man, we sure do appreciate you. We'll see how it shakes out. Thank you, Mr. Brad. Next up, South Carolina non-boater, Ed Owens. Ed out of the state of South Carolina, looking for 412 to take over his state team non-boater lead. 6 pounds and 9 ounces all the way up to first place on the South Carolina state team, Mr. Ed Owens. Ed jumped all the way up to 7th place overall. 18-11 for 3 days. 18-11 for 3 days, Mr. Ed, and man, sitting right where you need to be in a good week for you.
Had 3 good partners. It was fun. Caught my first walleye I've ever caught. Beat a snake out the boat, so we had a great experience.
Beat a snake out of the boat.
Throw a snake out of the boat trying to get in the boat yesterday. So
Well, throw a snake and got caught a walleye. We'll see how it shakes out for you, Ed. Thank you. Next up, another boater out of South Carolina, Ryan West. Ryan bringing us 5 today. £6, 1 ounce. 6 pounds, 1 ounce for Ryan. And I need a step stool to talk to you.
Want me to hold you?
No. Great week for you though, man.
Yeah, it's been a good week. Just if a few more weeks and it'd be really good here. Really good. There's about 3 spots out deep that to produce. Zeke knows. Just now, if I had 30 more minutes, Gary would not be going. Zeke left 10 minutes to go. I put a trolling motor high and go over there. They're there. My non-boater throws up there with Carolina rig, and he's got a good one.
Well, we'll see how it is. Thank you, Ryan, man. We appreciate you. Non-boater's got a good one. This non-boater's out of West Virginia, Josh Ankrum. Josh looking for 9.9. A little bit shy, he says, but a great day. 7 pounds even all the way up to 5th place on the non-boater side for Josh Ankrum. A little bit short for making B&C, but hopefully you'll come out here with a check and, hey, a great week nonetheless.
It was a great week of fishing. I had a great time. Thank my son at home, Luke. I wouldn't be here if he didn't get me back into it. Thanks, Bass Nation, for the opportunity.
Well, man, thank you, Josh. And Luke, thank you. We're glad you shared Josh with us for a week. Next up, Kentucky non-boater, Matt Lucan. Matt bringing us 3 today. He's sitting in first place on his state team, so let's see how much cushion we can give him. 3 pounds, 13 ounces for you, Matt. 3 pounds, 13 ounces. You want to or not? All right. Thank you, Matt. We appreciate you fishing with us. Next up, out of North Carolina, his son's already walked across this stage, Mr. Mark Leach. Mark also sitting in first place on his state team. 18th place currently. Let's see how much padding we can get you. 8 pounds, 7 ounces, 8 pounds, 7 ounces on those, Mark. Mark Leach all the way up to 9th place overall. 9th place overall. First place in the state of North Carolina on the boater side right now. 3-day total weight, 32.2. And man, how cool is it? How cool is it? You're out here with your son. You're sitting pretty good right now in first on your state team, and looks like you might sneak away with a check.
That'll be awesome. It's been a wonderful experience. It's the first time I've, been to the state team tournament. It's been a great time. I've had met a lot of great friends. I've never done any of this. It's great. And, I've got a lot of help from my teammates as far as my boat caught on fire the other day and, bringing me ice and helping me out. It's been wonderful.
Well, that's what teammates are for, man, and we sure do appreciate you. How about that? First time, and he's here on the final day of competition. Mark Leach. Next up, Mississippi boater, Sam Jenkins. Sam bringing us 5 today. Sam is also sitting in first place on his state team, so let's see how much cushion we can get you. 7 pounds, 13 ounces for you, Sam. 7.13 for you. Sam's 3-day total weight on the boater side. 27 pounds, 3 ounces, sitting in 18th place. First on your state team, so you're sitting good there. 18th right now, might slip out of the check range, it looks like. But, hey, a great week for you.
Yeah, had a good week, caught a lot of fish. My morning fish ran out today. The big ones pulled back. I was catching 2 or 3 decent ones there within about 45 minutes each morning. And today I pulled up. I caught 3, but they wasn't big enough. And then I had a spot offshore on a point that I'd catch 20 to 30 on a spook all day without even moving. And it was a lot of fun.
That does make it fun, catching that many fish, just looking for those bigger bites.
Yeah, they were there a couple of days, and you just never know what's going to come up on that lure. So you keep throwing, and, sometimes it's a decent one, and sometimes it's just a small one. But it was a lot of fun.
Well, thank you, Sam. We appreciate you, sir. We'll see how long he'll hold out. Sam leading his Mississippi State team on the boater side right now. Next up, Virginia non-boater, Joshua Hall. Josh looking for 3 pounds and an ounce to take over his state team. 10-10 to take the overall lead. 5 pounds, 3 ounces for Josh Hall. Josh Hall, 16th place currently, 16 pounds, 5 ounces. Oh, he said, what do we want to talk about? Well, you're sitting in first place on your state team right now on the non-boater side.
Not for long.
Well, not for long, but it was still a great week for you.
Yes, it was. Great experience.
Well, man, we sure do appreciate you fishing with us, Josh. Thank you, sir. Next up, North Carolina boater John Williams. John's bringing us 5. Looking for 10-5 to take over the state team lead for North Carolina. 7-8 for you, John. But hey, a good week for you. Good week nonetheless. Got a smallmouth he's going to get a quick picture of. Don't catch many of those in North Carolina, John says. But hey, good week. And I know you got a couple people you definitely want to thank.
Well, first of all, thank my wife for letting me come up here and fish all week. The other thing I want to thank is Lenny and his wife for taking care of us this week. Thank you, Lenny. And Chuck, you're in our hearts, our prayers all week. So we tried to do you good. So thank you.
Thank you, John. We appreciate it. Next up, Kentucky non-boater Jeff Gospel. Jeff need 4 pounds, 15 ounces. God, it was 4 pounds and 7 ounces for you, Jeff. 4 pounds and 7 ounces. Jeff gonna grab a couple. 17th place on the non-boater side. Fell a little short of that state team lead. That's what everybody's after. They obviously want to finish in the top 20 and cut them a check. But all of these guys, boaters and non-boaters, want to punch their ticket to Bass Nation Championship by finishing in first place in their state. All right, thank you, Jeff. We appreciate you fishing with us. Next up, Florida non-boater, Claude Lofton. Claude, member of our Florida Bass Nation High School. 5 pounds, 5 ounces. Claude jumps into first place on his state team. 13th place overall for Claude. 13th place overall. Claude, sophomore in high school, man, and here on, junior, sorry, I cut you a year. But, Claude, junior in high school and up here on the Bass Nation regional stage as a non-boater right now, sitting in 13th overall, first place on your state team. Man, what a great week for you.
Yes, sir. It was good. Thank you, Chris, for the first day boater, and then thank you, Rich, to my boater today. And, couldn't have been possible without them, and Chad for driving me everywhere. So.
Can't beat that. Have a personal chauffeur. Thank you, Claude. Good luck. Hope it'll hold out for you. Next up, Kentucky boater, Richard Young. Richard looking for 18-8 to take over the lead, 10-7 to jump into first place on the Kentucky State team. How about it? 11 pounds, 10 ounces, 8th place overall. 8th place overall, Richard Young, 33 pounds, 13 ounces. He's right there in the green shirt. Man, 8th place looks like you're going to slide out of here with a check, most likely. Sitting in first on your state team, though.
Yeah, I thought I messed up yesterday and only weighed in like 9:10, but I ran out of fish yesterday, and I saved 2 spots for today, and luckily we didn't get the second one, so caught a couple limit before I went there, and then I think we caught 5 or 6 fish once we got to that spot. I should have went to it sooner, but I want to thank Wheatus Marine, Phoenix Boats, Susie Weber, and my family.
Well, man, we sure do appreciate you. Thank you, Rich. Thank you. Next up, Alabama boater, Josh Oliver. Josh Oliver, good bag for Mr. Josh. 11 pounds, 12 ounces, all the way up to 7th place. 7th place for the Alabama boater. Seventh place, 3-day total, 34.9, Josh Oliver. Josh, 7th place, like I said, looks like you're probably going to slide out here with a check. We'll have to see here in just a little bit. But a little short of making B&C, but good week for you nonetheless.
Yeah, it was a good week. Just blessed to be here. I know I've been blessed far more than I deserve. And I just want to say thanks to my wife for wrangling 2 young kids while I come up here and do this for a week.
That's the hard part, isn't it?
Yeah, she's got the hard job. I've been having fun all week.
Well, that's what we talk about. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate you. Next up, Brian Hill out of West Virginia. Brian, 12-4 to start the day. 6 pounds, 5 ounces, 6 pounds, 5 ounces for you, Brian. Good event for you, good event. Brian's got a nice looking smallmouth he's going to hold up. Good week for you, Brian. Good week for you nonetheless. Day 3 of a regional.
It was pretty tough for me today. That's hot. Man, that's all I got out of it, really.
Tough day. Anybody just want to say hello or thank you to?
Yeah. Even my parents and my kids back at home.
Well, man, we sure do appreciate you. Thank you, Brian. Look forward to seeing you again. Next up, Georgia non-boater Jean Paolo Amendola. Three fish for us today. 5 pounds, 6 ounces for you. 5 pounds, 6 ounces. And go and grab a couple of those out of there to hold up. Jean Paolo, 15 pounds, 9 ounce, 3-day total. Yeah, man, made the final day of a regional. A little short of BNC this time around, but hey, look forward to seeing you here again.
Yeah, I mean, it's been awesome. I've only been doing this for 2 years, so I'm happy to be here, no matter what happened at the end. So, I mean, it's been awesome. I just want to say thank you to all the guys on the Georgia team and the guys from Peachtree City Bass Angler. So, it's been an awesome week.
Well, man, we sure do appreciate you, and hopefully we will see you here again. Chad Warnall, Mississippi boater. Chad looks like he's bringing us a pretty good bag today. Looking for 8-6 to take over his state team lead. $11 pounds and 10 ounces. Chad Warnall all the way up to 16th place currently. 5-6.
Both of them? I don't think. Let's just see what that was. I think this was longer. Or yeah, he ain't gonna go. Thank you.
Sitting in first place on the Mississippi State team, gotta like where you're sitting right now.
Oh yeah, man, it's hard for me to believe. It's my first time making a regional, and here I sit. So it's awesome.
Man, another first timer sitting in 16th place currently. Gonna be close to that check cut line there, but first place on the Mississippi State team, and had a little motor trouble a couple days, I think.
Yeah, no, I did, and I still got a little something to work out, but I do want to say a thanks to the guys up at White Pine Marine. I took my boat up there after the weigh-in on the first day, and they got me hooked up. They did some work on my fuel pump. And got me worked out, got me back on the water, and I was able to get where I needed to go. So I got a big thanks to them, big shout out and thanks to them. I'd like to say, I'm very blessed to be here. I'm gonna thank my Lord and Savior, God, for giving me the blessing to even be here. Family at home, taking care of things. A lot of people support me, the whole Mississippi nation. They're all great guys.
Well, thank you, Chad, and we will see how this shakes out for you at the end of this weigh-in. Next up, this guy's out of the state of Florida, Dave Frost.
I threw a bleeder back and I only got 4.
Bringing us 4 today, said he had to toss one back. He was worried about dying. 9 pounds and an ounce, 9 pounds and an ounce. First place on his state team. First place on the Florida State team, Dave Frost. 14th place overall, 30 pounds and 11 ounces. Sounds like a sigh of relief there.
I'm in pain. I sat back there. I was about to get sick. I threw a fish back, and I only had 4. I thought it was going to cost me. It was bleeding bad. I didn't think it was going to live 5 minutes, so I just tossed it. And that was the first fish of the day. And I fished all day, and I caught that smallmouth around the corner 5 minutes before I came in. I'm I'm floored. That's all I can say.
Well, man, sounds like a great ending of the day for you, sitting in first place currently on the state of Florida.
I've just been blessed. All I can say this year has been one of those years I can do no wrong. Thank God.
Well, we sure appreciate you, Dave. 14th place overall. Next up, his son sitting in the hot seat, Curtis Gossett out of Alabama.
Can we take a picture together since this is the last?
Oh, heck yeah.
Get that fish out, and then I'll talk to you.
Bringing us one today. £1 pound, 10 ounce, £1 pound, 10 ounce. Curtis and Zeke gonna get a picture together. Father, son, right here. Curtis, gonna come up a little short, but I know you'd be just as happy if that guy can take home the trophy and first place on the state team.
That's right. Zeke made the first team when he was 11 years old, first state team. So he's been doing this for 15 years. He's made quite a few. When he's in college, he didn't get to fish it, but man, I'm so proud of him and what he stands for. He's a stand-up guy, you know. Every one of his partners has come up to me and talked to me about what he does and how well he does it and how he treated them. That means more to me than him catching fish. And I want to thank my wife. She couldn't come, but she's at home working so that we can come and play. But I love her and love Zeke. Thank you for it.
Well, man, Curtis, we thank you. Give them a big round of applause. Curtis Gossett raising a great son, and he's in the lead currently. Next up, Jarrett Hughes, North Carolina non-boater. South. I must be blind. I don't know. I'm sorry, Jarrett. 1 pound, 12 ounces on that one. 1 pound, 12 ounces. But hey, man, good week fishing on the final day.
Oh yeah, here today and ready to head home now. It's time to go. Say hello to the family, and we'll see you soon.
Time to get back to the South Carolina. Thank you, Jarrett. Next up, Georgia boater Jason Cheek. Coming on up here, Jason. £7 and 4 ounces. 7 pounds, 4 ounces. A little bit short this week, sitting in 19th place. Gonna be close. But, hey, final day at a regional. Can't ask for much more.
No, we had a rough day. We lost several fish this week, didn't fish clean. But I want to thank Eric Cerny. My trolling motor broke at like 8:30 this morning. And I think he was about halfway to the house, and he turned around and brought me his boat back. So just can't thank him enough for doing that. And then I want to say hey to my wife and kids that are at home watching.
Well, man, thank you, Jason. Let's give Eric a big round of applause, bringing that boat back so Jason can keep competing out there today. Next up, Virginia boater Brad Weiss. Brad bringing us 5 fish today. 8 pounds, 14 ounces for you, Brad. 8 pounds, 14 ounces. He's going to get a quick picture with these. Brad sitting in 13th place overall. 13th place overall for Brad. Man, good week for you. Good week. 13th place. Looks like you're going to slip out of here with a check.
Well, hopefully. It was a tough week. Lost a lot of fish, way more fish than I usually do, but it kind of seems to be the curse that keeps following me on these things. But that's how it is. Hopefully I'll get it on the next one, hopefully next year. So if I can make it. And I just want to thank the Virginia State team, all the guys this week and stuff. Had a good time, and we did really well. So I just want to shout out to all them, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Well, Brad, we sure do appreciate you, and that's right, Team Virginia finishing in first place. Next up, Michael Davis out of Florida. Michael, bringing us 2 today. Need them to be 2 good ones. 2 pounds, 6 ounces for you, Michael. 2 pounds, 6 ounces. Final day at a regional. Came close, but a little short today. But hey, great event, great event.
Great event, absolutely. Caught a lot of fish during the week. Today, I was with Jason. We broke down. So it was, the camaraderie is somebody to stop hours away, turn around, come back, and swap the boats out, and let us get back on the water. And about 30 minutes ago, I caught both fish.
Wow, that's what you're talking about. Hey, that boat saved you a little bit. Thank you, Michael. Never give up, he says. Next up, Tennessee non-boater Tristan Boyd. Tristan went out the day in second place. 6 pounds, 5 ounces, all the way up to second place again today. Tristan Boyd. Tristan also just jumped into the Tennessee non-boater lead. Let's give Tristan a big round of applause. 3-day total weight, sitting second place right now. 20 pounds and 4 ounces. Man, a good week for you, Tristan. Good week for you. Second place currently, first place on your state team, man. Can't ask for nothing better than that.
It was a nervous wreck, I tell you that. Long day today. Did pretty good, though. Just hard fishing, grind, and doing the best I could.
Well, man, you ground right into first place on your state team, second place overall. Thank you, Tristan. And we're down to our final 2 non-boaters. So we're going to talk to Mr. Larry, and then we'll bring them both up here and crown a non-boater champion here at the 2023 TNT Fireworks Southeastern Regional. Man, Larry, what would this mean to you, and how awesome of a week it's been, no matter how it shakes out?
Well, I look at it like this is the last time we're going to be doing an event like this. And whichever one of us gets this thing, it's going to be a history-making event. Nobody's going to do it again. Unless Bass comes back and changes again, finds out we got something better on this end than we do on the end that we got. But anyway, I'd like to say thank you to Kentucky, Tennessee, and Georgia. You got some great guys in your club. I had a good time with the guys I fished with this week. All 3 of those guys were excellent to me. This is probably one of the best draw tournaments I've ever been to. And everybody treated me just as, just like, hey, I'd known them all my life, man, so it was great. And, hey, to win it would be awesome, but to place third, second, I don't care. I'm in good shape. I just thank the good Lord for letting me be here and being able to do this year. I had a little rough time through December last year. I had an operation for cancer, and they cut it all out and everything, and it really wasn't all that bad anyway. But, hey, here I am. I appreciate everybody Tennessee. Thank y'all so much.
Well, man, we sure do appreciate having you, Larry, and we're glad you made it. Go get that weigh-in bag. Matt, come on up here. Side by side right here. Larry's looking for 7 pounds and 10 ounces, but he only needs 2.4 to take over his state lead. 6 pounds, 2 ounces, and your 2023 TNT Fireworks Southeastern Regional Non-Boater Champion, Mr. Matt Summers! Matt, go ahead and step right out there. And, hold on just 1 second. Matt Summers, 2023 non-boater champion. Yeah, you want to talk real quick? Man, what an awesome deal. You just took home the trophy, and you're definitely punched your ticket to the BNC.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. And again, I'd like to thank Bass and the Bass Nation in West Virginia. This is unbelievable. It's my first trip here. So, to do this on my first trip, I can't be thankful enough. So, yeah.
Well, Matt, we sure do appreciate it, and we'll get you all your money, and you can hang on to that, man. You're the champion. Go up in here and hold it one more time. Let's give Matt Summers a big round of applause. Next up on the boater side, Jordan Card out of Tennessee. Your day one leader slipped down to second yesterday. Looks like he's bringing us another good bag today. Looking for 12 pounds, 10 ounces to take the lead. 11 pounds and 2 ounces, 11 pounds, 2 ounces for you, Jordan. Second place overall, jumping into first place on your Tennessee State team. Jordan Card, second place overall. 3-day total, 39 pounds and 3 ounces. Jordan doesn't live too far away. He's got his whole family here for this weigh-in. We're going to grab a quick picture of these fish. Big round of applause, Jordan Card. Second place. First place on the Tennessee State team, so you just punched your ticket to the Bass Nation Championship, man.
Yeah, I mean, that was really the goal coming here, is just to try to make that national championship. I mean, to win would have been nice, but, you know, it didn't work out. And, you know, I think it's going to be an exciting, you know, weigh-in here in about a minute. But this week, you know, I had a good first day and a decent, you know, day yesterday. And today the fish were suspended really bad. And it was just like I couldn't get them to bite. They would literally like follow my bait, and it was just really weird. It was like they were just like so high in the water column, and you know it just my weight, you know, showed it. Obviously, it just couldn't get the big bites today.
Just one of those days. But man, Jordan, great event. Glad to have you up here, and look forward to seeing you this fall. Next guy coming up is Kevin Walton. We're going to bring him up here. We're going to talk to him a minute. Kevin out of the state of Virginia. Looks like he's got a 5-fish limit, man. And, hey, no matter how this shakes out, man, what an awesome week for you.
Oh, yeah, it was a blast. I had a lot of fun. Much better than I expected it to be, absolutely, after practice. I had a horrible, miserable practice, but had a great time.
Man, miserable practice, but... Man, going out today as the leader, and now here he is standing here, 5-fish limit. Probably a pretty decent shot at taking this thing home.
We'll see what happens. They definitely bit pretty good today. Not the size that I've been catching all week, but we caught a ton of fish. I've had 3 amazing co-anglers the last 3 days. We had a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. It was just, that's what it's all about. The Virginia State team came out here, represented. We had a great week. I got my wife, I got my friends, everyone, my kids. Everybody's out here. It's a great week.
Well, man, you ready to get this thing done? Let's do it. All right, he says, let's do it. Go grab that bag, Kevin. Zeke, you can come on up here. One of these guys is going to be your 2023 TNT Fireworks Southeastern Regional. Kevin looking for 10 pounds and 13 ounces. 12 pounds, 9 ounces. Your 2023 TNT Fireworks Bass Nation Champion, Kevin Walton. Kevin Walton, 3-day total, 42 pounds and 7 ounces. Go ahead and grab that trophy. Walk out there and hold it high. Your 2023 TNT Fireworks Bass Nation Southeastern Regional Champion, Kevin Walton. I think I see Kevin's family coming up here. You're going to give him a big hug. What about that, Kevin? What about that?
I don't even know what to say.
Whole family here to see it. Whole family here to see it. I know that's one of the most important things of the whole deal.
Absolutely makes it much sweeter. I wouldn't be here without her. She's obviously the rock of the relationship. Got my kids with me. Like I said, my friends. I wouldn't want to do it without them.
Well, we wouldn't want you to do it without him. Let's give him another big round of applause. Step right out there. Hold it high one more time. Kevin Walton, 42 pounds, 7 ounces.